Namaskar, this is Seshadri, your level advisor, corporate trainer, POST IC member. I feel very happy to meet you through this video. As usual, in this HR statutory compliance for the month of June 2026, we are going to have multiple sessions, multiple sections of the in this video. First will be quiz, second will be training sessions, as well as circulars, whatever the circulars we received last month about that, and important judgments. Let us begin. Please forward this video all the HR fraternity. Please watch until end also. These are all the services we offered. Anything if you require, please contact us. These are all the social media links. Anything you required, please follow. First is quiz. There are two questions on POSH. First question is workplace. There is a workplace definition in the POSH Act. Whether these are all the options also considered as a workplace under POSH. WhatsApp groups, inappropriate messages sent to a colleague through WhatsApp regarding the work matters, offense common during the online team meeting, or sharing objectionable content in a work related social group. So work related social group, online meetings, as well as personal WhatsApp, whether these are also considered as a workplace under the POSH Act, you have to choose the best one. Question number 2 under POSH, internal committee. Your organization is having one place, that is headquarters, and then several branches are there. So whether we have to form separate internal committee, or same internal committee can be used for all the branches, that is the question. So one option A is no, separate internal committee for every location required. Yes, we can have common committee, that is option B. Option C, court has permitted common internal committee is possible, subject to practical, not a practically feasible, the fairness, those things you have to consider. D, IC itself not required. So like that, which one is the best answer, you select. At the end of the video, we will see the correct answer. For June 2026 compliances, if you see normal compliance, that is PF and ESI. PF for the month of June, we for the month of May, we have to pay on or before 15th June. ECR preparation and challan, paying the challan, as well as international workers returns also if you have any expats in your organization. Under ESI, last month, that is May month's whatever the wage you have to pay on or before 15th June, ESI challans also, as well as if your organization is in some other states where the monthly professional taxes are being paid, you have to pay monthly professional tax also. So regarding training, this month we have the very good training on employee life cycle management under new labor codes, that going to discuss on the recruitment till retirement or even separation under new labor codes. This session is going to be held at Tirupur on 19th June 2026. We are having 2-hour session virtual platform. Many sessions are going to happen this month also. You can contact Mr. Dinesh for further details and registration. Under circulars, if you see, several circulars have come, particularly authorities have been appointed. Let us understand who are all the authorities appointed by the central government. Section 143, Code on Social Security. In this notification, exempted establishment. Which one is exempted establishment? They are keeping their PF on their own and then paying the interest to the people or settling the PF like that. That is a trust managed establishment. For those trust managed establishment, they have to pay inspection charges 0.35 of the wages or 8,750, whichever is higher to the EPFO. That is same maintained, as well as EDLI. In case EDLI exemptions you have taken, your organization 0.005% or 1,250, whichever is higher, we have to pay as a inspection charges. This is earlier also the same is retained. Under social security code, it has been declared. That is that only we have to keep in mind. Section 2 of 89 under social security code, wage ceiling. So wage ceiling defined, that will be given by the appropriate government, that is central government will notify the wage ceiling. That has been notified. Same thing, earlier 15,000, the same was notified under social security also. Haryana labor welfare fund is revised from 0.252% or 35 rupees. That is the maximum. That is a revised labor welfare fund. Earlier it was 34. Section 32 IR code, certified standing order. In case if your organization is going for certified standing order, certified officer also signed, then after that the worker side they want to appeal some of the things they are not accepting, they can appeal within 60 days. Whom they should appeal? Those officers are appointed through this notification. This is for central certified standing orders. Whatever certified standing orders who are going for the central government, that is appropriate government is central government, then this is applicable. IR code, again this composition, in case anything issues have happened, then they have compromising, that time authority who is enforcement authority, that gazetted officer appointed by the appropriate government. This is also applicable only for the central government. Wherever the central government is the appropriate government, form them that is composition of offences when it is happening, they are the authorities. The authorities have been notified through this gazette. Under section 100 of IR code, authority appointed. What authority? They are the authority recovery of money from the employer in case of any dues from the employer. Then who will recover? These officer, that is central regional labor commissioner central, he is going to recover the amount due from the employer that has been notified in this circular. Same section 100 authority compensation in case of layoff, retrenchment, unfair labor practices. While it is happening, some compensation to be paid to the workman. Who will ensure the compensation is paid to the workman? The authorities appointed under this notification. This is also applicable only for the central government organizations. Again, punishment. Earlier, whatever seen is whatever the amount due to the worker who will recover and pay. Now, punishment. Employer has done something wrong in layoff, retrenchment, or unfair labor practice, or closure. That time, punishment who will impose? Those officers are notified under this notification. However, this also, wherever the organization's appropriate government is central, those people only it is applicable. Section 43 of 1 IR code, conciliation officer. When the grievance redressal committee is not able to solve the issue, then next it will go to the conciliation officer. That conciliation officer is appointed. Who are all the conciliation officers under central rules? This is also applicable to the central government organizations only. Worker reskilling fund, this also it is earlier it was code was saying under the section 83(1), the central government, the appropriate government will notify reskilling, worker reskilling fund. Now central government has notified for their organizations. Section 127 of Code on Social Security. Under this code, interest. We know if we are not paying the dues, there is a 1% interest per month. Wherever the interest percentage is not mentioned, that places 12% interest will be charged. That's what this notification is mentioning. Section 2 of 68 Code on Social Security, recovery officer. Under PF, who will be the recovery officer? All the social security labor commissioners till enforcement officer, they are the recovery officers under this notification. IR code already notified, we know. Under that IR code, model standing order was not released. Now it is released. Model standing order under central model standing order. If the model standing order is released now, so wherever the applicable on central government organization, they can follow. However, we need to wait for the state model standing orders also. And free annual health checkup. Already code is saying 40 and above years, whoever the employee are there, it is the employer's duty to make an annual health checkup for them free of cost. That has been launched by the Union Minister Mandavia. National Career Service. This is looks like same Naukri portal. Employees can, then whoever candidates can upload their resume, as well as employer can notify the vacancies. They can recruit from that portal, same like Naukri portal. Now in career service services, employees will be benefited. They can register, they can make resume, attractive resume, they can make, and even they can download resume, they can apply jobs, many things. In addition to that, they will be going to get the career guidance also through career guidance centers. Those are all the benefits. That flyer only you are seeing now. And very important thing, fake news spreads very fast. There is a fake news, 7,500 is the minimum pension in future. So nothing has discussed, no notification has come. Now, whatever you are seeing in the screen, like that, one signed copy fake news is spreaded. Even English also, the same thing is spreaded. I have seen. Please don't believe anything. Under judgments, very good judgments have come last month. The existing ESI rules, whatever ESI rules earlier you are following, the same thing you have to follow. This has been very well explained by our community. Section 164 of Social Security Code very clearly defines the same thing. Till government announces the new regulation, ESI Act, whatever the earlier things are there, the same regulation will continue. That means on gross only ESI to be paid. 21,000 is the ceiling, that will be continued. Everything it continues unless and otherwise government notifies about this, or 1 year. So section 164 very clearly says this. Supreme Court has given one judgment. The burden of proving the status of worker. One person is coming, I am the worker, I am not an employee, like that if he is asking, then the burden of proving him as a worker lies on him, not the employer. Employer need not to worry, he need not to come and say he has to prove worker. No, the person who is claiming, he has to prove. That's what Supreme Court is given the judgment. Manpower agencies, we keep on change, but the contract labor keep continuing. Now, the manpower agencies, either it will comes under the termination, either that also principal employer has to terminate it like that. No, it is not that. However, please ensure when you are changing the contractor, the earlier contractor gives the service certificate, he submit the resignation, everything, as well as new contractor give the appointment letter. Those things also you ensure. Under POSH, one female employee, boss is asking for leave. In that conversation, some abusive language used, whether it will comes under POSH or not. Court has said, Punjab and Haryana court clearly said, no, it is not a sexual harassment. It is abusing is on the official things. That's what it has given the judgment. Delhi High Court has given the one judgment regarding the confirmation. When you are appointing the employees, they will be on probation. If the probation is not good, you will extend the probation. After that, what you will do? Whether automatically it will be confirmed or what? So Delhi High Court very clearly says, when the appointment order is not having the class of automatic confirmation, so the person will not continue, will not be treated as a confirmed employee, because the confirmation depends on the employer's satisfaction and other conditions whatever laid in the appointment letter. Directly we cannot consider automatic confirmation. Gratuity, Karnataka High Court has given very good judgment on gratuity forfeiture. Yes, you can do forfeiture in case the activities of the employee have created the loss to the employer. That loss amount you can forfeiture from the gratuity amount. The employer, in this case, what happened means, the employer was assuming because of his act, he may face loss. Because of that, I am going to forfeiture. That is not possible. That's what Karnataka High Court has given. It should be a clear evidence how much loss it has been created. One organization one company is shifted from one place to another place. Whether it will be treated as a closure under 25FFF of IDR? No, that's what Delhi High Court has given. It is a continue. Employment is going to continue. Only the location is changed. It will not be treated as a closure. And model standing order, very important judgment this Karnataka High Courts. In case any amendment in model standing orders, certified standing order already taken. Whether will it affect the certified standing order depends on the situation. For example, model standing order amendment is favorable to the worker, whereas certified standing order it is not there, means definitely this model standing order amendment will affect the certified standing order. The certified standing order is having some provision which is lesser than the model standing order. then also it will affect. So which is favorable to the employee, if any amendment favorable to the employee is made under the model standing order, definitely it will affect the certified standing order, otherwise it will not affect. Some of the HR news. Central government has notified all the rules for all the 4 courts. Already you know that is applicable only for the central government. Wherever the appropriate government is centered, for them it is applicable. Now next is EPFO is going to launch a separate portal, Prapati. In that you can UAN linkage, old number, you without UAN something you are having, that linkage is not possible. Those thing identification, tracking, for that separate portal they are going to launch. Haryana and Maharashtra is the first states declared they are not going to have separate registration under shop and establishment when the Occupational Safety Health Working Condition Code is implemented. So under the code, whatever the registration has taken, it is treated as a same S&D registration. That's what this is the first 2 states announced. Central government is going to fix the minimum wages, floor wages. Floor level wages will be fixed by the central government. State government cannot fix lesser than the floor wages. That is the act is saying. Now government is going to consider 350 to 450. This is the range they are going to fix the national floor wages. Earlier it was 176. It was fixed in the 2017. Now it may come shortly. Central government that 15,000 ceiling under chapter 3 of that is PF, statutory ceiling is 15,000 as on today exists. Now the government is considering to increase. Now only the plan is going on. Very, very good news. Paternity leave. The Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister has recommended extending the paternity leave to the private sector. Already government sector they are having paternity leave. Now they have recommended to extend this paternity leave to government private sector also. Government they are having 15 days leave for the paternity leave. So final we have reached quiz. First question, workplace. Yes, all the places, either it is in WhatsApp group, private WhatsApp group, or online meeting, wherever anything happen, it will be considered as a workplace under POSH Act. So all the above is the correct answer. Here, internal committee, in case your company is in one place, many branches are there, separate internal committee is required, no doubt. Only thing, not possible. Their people are not there. Practically it is not possible. That time you can have common internal committee. However, you have to ensure because of that common committee also, wherever the branches are there anything happen, the person should be reachable. The person, one person at least there who is staying in that branch, he should be reachable. Then it is okay. That's what court judgment has given. Thank you. Hope this video would have been given some knowledge. Thank you for watching. Definitely I will get back with another video. Please share this video all the HR fraternity. Thank you.